Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Actually, I wouldn't know if it's turned out nice again because it's only 7:30 in the morning. That's right, 6:30 a.m. in the UK. But the sun is coming up over there, so it's a little bit bright. So I think we're going to be all right. No, I've not shit the bed or anything. I'm just not sleeping very well at the moment, so I keep waking up dead early. Well, early for me anyway. There's an article in the Times which I'd like to bring to your attention. Now, if you often struggle to find these articles in the Times and the Athletic, and you're not a Cop Talk VIP member, if you were to go to www.dunk.es, that will take you to my profile on liverpoolfootballclub.social, which is an alternative to Twitter, all right? Without the Twitter ITKs, without the top reds, without the clickbaiting content creators, a more sensible, safe, friendly environment with no toxicity, all right? Which is a server that I set up a few days ago, and it's absolutely kicking on there. You should register. It's free, it's ad-free, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you want to talk about Liverpool Football Club. But if you go to my profile on there, www.dunk.es will take you straight to it. You will see I put a post on there this morning with a link that you can click on that will enable you to paste in the URL, the website address of any article from the Athletic or the Times, for example, that are behind paywalls, and you'll be able to read them. Now, come on, guys. DKB, all right? So, this particular article by Joyce, I don't know if I've just read the title out or not, so I'm sorry if I did, but it's called Liverpool Concerns, Defensive Frailties and Lack of Transfer Signings. New club captain Virgil van Dijk says he understands why some supporters have doubts. Now, I haven't read this yet, but it's catchy straight away. I'm like, ooh, right. So the club's skipper says he understands why some supporters have doubts, right? That grabs my attention straight away. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to read the guff around his quotes, right? Those of you that have known me for a long time, I always advise this to people because journalists can influence your mindset. They can make quotes sound positive. They can make them sound negative. So whenever you see an article where someone's being quoted, I prefer to focus on the actual quotes because a headline can mislead you, especially today, right? Look at the Liverpool Echo, for goodness sake, it's horrendous. Look at the blurb, the introduction to an article, it's horrendous. The Liverpool Echo, rest in peace, right? So always try and read the quotes first, because that way then you're not being influenced, right? By the headline, by the journalist that might have agenda. And it could be an innocent agenda. When someone has an agenda, it doesn't mean they're deliberately trying to be malicious or something. They might just feel very passionate about something. It'd be like if you read an article, penned by someone that is absolutely FSG out, or if it's an article penned by a top red, they're going to, their feelings are going to come across in the article and can influence you. So always try and read an article and just the quotes first. And then maybe afterwards you might want to read what the journalist has got to say. I wouldn't personally, but there you go. Paul Joyce, he's all right. Anyway, so we're just going to stick with the quotes, right? And none of the text around the quotes. So Virgil van Dijk said, "I can definitely understand it in some ways." Okay. Now we have to make reference to something that said here, because what does he understand? So the journalist is saying that the Liverpool captain considers himself an optimist. All right, blah, blah, blah. He's aware of the murmurs of discontent from a portion of the fan base who have gone from doubters to believers and now flip back again. All right. So in response to that, I can definitely understand it in some ways. I'm not a very negative person, so obviously it's not in my mind to think like that. But when a lot of players are leaving, when your captain is leaving, your vice captain is leaving, and at the moment there are only 2 incomings, and the way we have been playing in possession really good, but defensively, when you can see goals, it's not as good. So I can understand some people having doubts. Now, I expect, and I don't know if this will happen, that I think that it started off negatively, right? And that's your skipper saying that. Think about this for a minute. So this is playing straight into the hands of the people challenging, the ownership, if you like. That's your captain saying, I can understand why people have got some doubts, and defensively, blah, blah, blah. I expect, you would expect the player to be more positive towards the end of this article? I don't know. I might be wrong. Let's see. We'll see. What else has he said? Van Dijk, so we've got to do this because it's in reference to these specific quotes. Van Dijk refused to accept the upheaval in midfield as an excuse for being porous and revealed the coaching staff have already held meetings in an effort to address the matter. He said, if you see it as very black and white, then obviously when you concede goals, it is the defenders or the goalkeeper's fault. We defend all together. It is not just the midfield or the strikers or just the defenders. It is about the way we try to put the opponent under pressure. If they are under pressure, they cannot play the ball in behind so easily, and you are prepared for it. It was a good meeting the other day, very clear and very direct, and that is what we need in order to be successful. It was very helpful. The way you are positioning, and you have to be ready for the balls in behind. When teams smell the danger is there, they will go for it. He continued to say, let's see if more players are coming in. And then we have to be ready again for a long season. We have to be confident. We should be confident. And we should still be learning each and every day. There have been characters leaving, players who have played a big part in the success, but others have to step up. That's a nice challenge in my opinion. We should be excited. I'm very excited, so let's give it a go. So it did come back a little bit at the end. It started off with the I can understand why the fans are, a bit tetchy, a bit concerned. People are going to, I guarantee you today that those people that really want FSG out will focus on those comments, whereas the top Reds might focus on the comments at the end that say we should be excited. I'm very excited. Let's give it a go. Do you understand what I mean, guys? How it can completely change. You know what I mean? Depending on what side of the fence you're on, that's going to happen on social media. People, the FSG out people, which is nothing wrong with them. They're going to say, they're going to focus on, look at even the skippers calling them out and blah, 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 and then the top Reds, which there is something wrong with them personally. I think they're wrong in the head personally. They're going to focus on, it's, Virgil van Dijk's looking forward to the challenge, he's excited and, he said, we should be excited, the fans, blah, blah, blah. Do you see how it goes, guys? So, you know what? I try not to be biased. I am absolutely, I am FSG out. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about that. And I say that from transparency. You might be new to my channel, but when I say I'm FSG out, I'm not walking around with placards and banners and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm just I'd rather they'd left, and we move forward. The dog's chewing the tripod. What are you chewing the tripod for? Oh, because I haven't fed him. Oops. Is that what you do? You're chewing the tripod to say, I'm starving. Go away. I try to be transparent. I try to be fair with my views, guys. I really do. So yeah, I would like a change of ownership, but I'm not one of these people that will blame the owners for every single thing in the world. We had a lot of that last season, and the manager I think was responsible for a lot of things that didn't go right last season. But then you can argue that the owners, if they don't give them the resources, what is he going to do? It's a topic that we're all sick to death debating. The top Reds, I just find them very patronising, very condescending. I just my own personal experience of these people, the two different camps. I just see the FSG out people, whether you agree with them or not. And I'm talking about the ones that's all they talk about. That to me just signifies that someone's passionate and that they care. So yeah, they might be banging on about it all. This was pointed out by someone on the internet the other night. There was a big drama between these top Reds and FSG out people. But, the way, instead of putting people down, I would turn around and say, well, at least they're passionate, because I've had this for years on the Cop Talk members website, right? And the Cop Talk community in a whole, 25 years. Have I ever told you that? Fuck off, guys. There might be new people here. 25 years is a long time. I was thinking about that last night. And, sometimes people say, get rid of him, he's a fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. And I think, why is he an idiot? Well, because look, he's, you know what I mean? We've lost one game in 20. And it's it just means he cares, guys. All right, so yeah, he might be mental. He might be daft as a brush or a raving lunatic, but it just means he cares. So, you know, anyway, I don't know how we're off then about that. Well, I guess we're talking about the way that people will look at, you know, digest this article. You know, some people are going to focus on the negative aspect of quotes of the article, and some will focus on the, oh, look, Virgil van Dijk's really excited for the season. Me personally, I think, you know, like I said, I try to be transparent, so I'm not trying to shit stir or anything, but, you know, to say that the Liverpool skipper is saying he can understand why the fans think that suggests that he's kind of on their wavelength, because otherwise you would say, don't fucking get it personally, we look great. Do you not think? You've got to admit that. And then he talks about, you know, a lot of players leaving. A lot of players leaving. He didn't say when players leave, he said when a lot of players leave. Your captain leaves, your vice captain leaves, and then there are only 2 signings. He didn't say, you know, but we brought in some signings. He not only said the exact number, he used the word only, which again, I analyse everything. Like, he didn't go, yeah, there's been 2 signings. He went, there's been only 2 signings. So that to me suggests that the skipper is on our wavelength completely. But, you know, to try and balance it out a little bit, he does say, you know, it's a nice challenge in my opinion. And we should be excited. I'm very excited. Let's give it a go. That doesn't sound as convincing to me as his negative comments. So I think today that you are going to see a big deal made out of these comments. But we shall see. It's very early in the morning. I think at the time of recording, many people will still be in bed and maybe will have seen the article. Remember, www.dunk.es. Check my profile. There'll be a couple of posts on there. I don't know. There'll be a load of guff on there or something like that, moaning that I can't sleep or something. But there'll be one on there that says this is how you can access the Athletic and the Times, you know, on the internet without having a subscription, you know. There you go. These are big media organisations. It's nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you, you know, there's ways on the internet that you can access these things. Whether you think that's the right thing to do is up to you. That's it. So join me on liverpoolfootballclub.social. Yeah, join me. Come and register over there, guys. Get on there. Get your username. There's no Twitter toxicity. No Twitter ITK nonsense. No advertising. No algorithms. No clickbaiting content creators. I can show you right now on my phone if you want what it looks like a little bit. Here we go. Look, this is it. Yeah, it's very simple. Look, just looks like Twitter, correct? Yeah, we've got plenty of stuff on there, right? Hey, look, there we go. Look, there's a familiar face, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we have there's a different app. I've got loads of different apps, right? Here we go. See, there's people, look, there's me, look there, look, Duncan Oldham there, look, you get a red tick, you can get verified on there as well, which basically means you support the server, which I'm paying for everything on my own pocket. I'm just letting you know that, all right, and there's no money to be made from it. Well, it'd be nice if there was, but that's not what's going on here. So we can go, for example, to the Cop Talk profile. There you go, look, we've got Cop Talk. Oh, look, there's this morning's video. And, you know, bits and pieces and stuff like that. So there's quite a few things that, look, Run Me a Bath's on there as well. Look, we got a little mention, we mentioned his tweet on there the other day. So, yeah, liverpoolfootballclub.social. I would register on a browser. It's free, it's very simple. And we would love to have you as part of the community. This is not a Cop Talk exclusive thing. Otherwise, I would have called it coptalk.social, and I own the domain name to that. I don't want it to be Cop Talk. This is liverpoolfootballclub.social, right? This is for even people that maybe don't like Cop Talk or participate on Cop Talk or don't like me. I don't know why. I ain't fucking done anything wrong. But, you know, some of these top reds, they don't like me, do you know what I mean? And some of these journalists and that, you know, because I fucking say what I think. But I'm not from Liverpool, and that's a problem. You know, and if you run a Liverpool website and you're from Liverpool, are they really going to fucking like me? Do you know what I mean? So you can understand some of the animosity sometimes, you know, but I'm not too fucking concerned about that. The point is, but I'm not concerned full stop. The point is, It's not cop talk. I don't want you to think that. So this is Liverpool fans, right? And it also means that, you know, if you register on there, it's not just football and Liverpool, because it's all Liverpool fans. There's going to be a lot of discussion on there and content relative to Liverpool Football Club and football in general, right? But this is about the fans. This is not just about Liverpool. This is about, oh, I've been out with my pals, or I'm going out with my missus tonight, or look at a picture of my kids. You know what I mean? It's a social media platform. That's it. So you can go on there and talk about what the fuck you want. You know, as long as you're not one of these fucking idiots from Twitter, that's all that we're bothered about. And because it's our server, we set the rules. So we don't want to censor anyone, but we can keep an eye on things like abuse. You know, as anyone that knows me that's moderated online communities for a quarter of a century, you know I don't take any bullshit, and I protect everybody, the same as everybody in the comments on this video. You know, I ain't got a problem with someone saying, "Are you talking shit?" or something like that. You know, because I disagree with, you know, disagreeing with someone's fine. Or, you know, I don't want someone saying, he's called me a div dung. It's like, oh, man the fuck up. You know, we're talking about hate and, you know, abuse and being stalked and shit like that, stuff that I've been subjected to throughout my life, you know, from these people in the football community. So if you've been put off by using the likes of Twitter, then this is perfect for you, because, you know, if you get any aggravation on there, you can drop me a message and say don't, and I can just say, right, I banned him, I got rid of him, he's fucking gone. You know what I mean? So I want this to succeed, and people are already saying it's very good. So I'd love you to be a part of it, and it just means you can, you know, log on at any time. And you know, that it's only a few days old, and there's a couple of hundred people on there, and it's continuing to grow all the time. And I think it'll be good. And there'll be lots of helpful tips on there. For example, how to access the Times and the Athletic, etc., etc., for educational purposes only. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I intend to make a few videos for you today. I can't believe we're about to play Chelsea, and the squad is as thin as it is. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Please do leave a comment on my videos. They keep me going. You know, when I'm sat in there in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, when I'm having a pony and trap, a Michael Knight, a threatening bit, a didgeridoo. I like to see what you guys have got to say. Do you know what I'm saying? So please do keep the comments coming. I will deal with the Saudi draw today. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it, but some of you will know. And what else have I got to say? Yeah, please thumbs up the video if you appreciate it, and if you really appreciate it, hit the love out button. And fuck me, if you really appreciate the content I do, please consider supporting the channel. You can become a channel supporter, a channel member, or you can become a VIP member, which puts a big smile on my chubby cheeks. Yes, I do promote these things. This is what I do, and I've done for a very long time. And believe it or not, I don't practice, you know, or behave, or, you know, use methods or whatever that these young pups do today and stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to clickbait you. I'm not going to, you know, churn out videos every day of the week just to generate revenue and stuff like that. When I make a video, it's because I think there's something to talk about. So yeah, I know some of you are not in a position to support me. That's pretty cool, but it doesn't cost anything to leave a nice comment, does it? You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm gonna crack on, and we'll speak soon. Please let me know what you think about the article.